Okay, so I'm going to show you today how to deal with something that happens all the time when you get injections. Stacy, we did a little Kybella on her neck last week, and you can see she's got a pretty little bruise, and the way the bruises work is they tend to migrate with gravity. So her bruise started up here, and now that it's been a few days, it's kind of moving down her neck. So I'm going to show you some tips and tricks on how to conceal it. So we're going to use the Jane Iredale corrector palette. So it has a few colors here. Yellow is really good for canceling out red, and lilac is really good for canceling out yellows. So we're going to use kind of both of those colors first to lay down before we go in with her regular color. So I'm going to take a little bit of the yellow and go over these areas that are red. The point is not to blend it in. You want to just pat on as much product as you can. If you start swiping, it's going to move the product and you're not going to get as good of coverage. So we'll do the blending later. Obviously, if you're doing this on your face, you want to make sure your face is nice and clean before you apply this product. So again, I'm just taking the yellow and going over the areas where she has a little bit of red. And you don't have to get it perfect, it's just because we're gonna layer some other products over top. So now I'm gonna take some of the lilac and go over the areas where she was turning more yellow. Same thing, just a patting motion. If you have a dense brush at home, you can use that also and do the same patting motion, just no swiping if you don't like using your fingers. So after you kind of patted all of this all over, then you can go in with a concealer color that's similar to your skin tone. This color isn't exactly Stacy's skin tone, but we're going to use it just to start with because it's what we've got here. But if you have a good concealer that matches your color perfectly, that would be ideal. So we're just patting all over. Once you get beyond the edge of the bruise, you can kind of blend a little bit into her surrounding skin. So you can see now we have a much more neutral kind of canvas to start with, where we can then go in with her regular foundation color. This is the Oxygenetics foundation, and Stacy's the color Almond. So I'm just taking a little bit on my hand, and now I'm gonna work on blending into her skin. Same thing, just like light patting, because I don't want to move around all the product that we just laid down. And I'm going in a much bigger area now because I want to blend it into her natural skin, the skin that was not bruised, so that it looks nice and smooth. And if this were on your face, this is a good time to then go in with your foundation, so this is Stacy's foundation color. And you would then put this over your whole face. It's a little bit trickier when you're wanting to just conceal one area, because it will blend better if you just put makeup over your whole face. So if you have a bruise on your cheek, just go ahead and do the foundation on your whole face so that it blends in nicely. And then the best thing to do after you're happy with it is to use a setting powder to just pat the foundation into place so that it doesn't move throughout the day. That will kind of keep everything where you put it. So it's already looking a lot better. I'm just gonna take a little bit more so we can blend it more across Stacy's neck so that it looks nice and natural. And I'm doing a little bit of swiping here because this isn't where I did the concealing. So it doesn't matter if I move things around a little bit. I just wanna blend it in. This color might be a little bit warm for her neck, but it gets the job done. And the reason why color correcting is good is because if you start with just trying to cover it with your foundation, the chances are it's not going to cover. You're still going to be able to see the purple through or the yellow through, but if you use those correcting colors, like the lilac and yellow, green is also really good at concealing red, then that just really, really helps you to cover it all up. So we're looking much better now. Nobody's gonna know Stacey ever had Kybella.
Thank you.